Hey, Melvin family. So I was asked by my second grade group to show off a little video on what it looks like when I have to clean my fish tank. So I'm gonna give you a little preview of what the fish tank looks like first, and then I'll do a little time lapse of me cleaning out the water, taking everything out, and then I'll show you what it looks like putting the water back in, and then I'll give you a nice little demo of what it looks like when it's done. So first things first, here comes the preview of what the fish tank looks like. This is the fish tank that we're gonna show you how we clean it out, okay? So you can see it's got a white sandy bottom, and there's our fish Lily. She's very blue and very pretty. And there is our sucker fish named, is that Tango? That's Tango, okay? And then those are, behind them are the neons and guppies. And then there's little Ren. There he is. Hi, Ren. You're so cute. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna get to see is what it looks like when I have to take all of this stuff out so that I can get down into the sand and suck up all the dirt and crud that needs to come out. All right, let's see what that looks like. So first things first is safety. Before ever sticking your hand in a fish tank, you always have to wash your hands. And not just your hands, but you gotta scrub it, you gotta get up onto your arms, and you gotta keep scrubbing for at least 20 seconds. Just like if you're going outside right now during our pandemic, okay? So, dry off your arms, and you're ready to go. So to be able to siphon or draw water and all the dirt out of this tank, I first have to remove all of the rocks and ornaments, and that takes some time. So what I'm gonna do is do a little bit of a time lapse so you can see what it looks like, but it's probably gonna take me maybe about 10 minutes to get all this out. So you'll get to watch that process now. Okay, so I've pulled out all of the big rocks and stuff. You can see there's plants floating around, and that's okay. That's all okay. I don't generally pull the plants out because they're rooted. They live in that spot. So I don't want to disturb them too much because I don't want them to get hurt or get sick. And you can see the fish are all doing okay. They're used to this. This is not their first time. They get this about once every week or so. So they're used to it. They know. So now what we're going to get to watch is what it looks like when I start to pull the water out of this tank, okay? So that's what's going to happen next. So this is one end of the siphon. The other end is connected to the sink in the kitchen, where you saw me washing my hands. So when we connect it to the sink, the water pulls and sucks up through the siphon, and it goes all the way in. So I'll show you what that looks like. But first, we're gonna be sucking some water out of this fish tank. So now you can see we sucked out about, I'd say about 25% of the water out of it. And that's about how much you take out, because you don't wanna pull out too much of the water, because the fish need it to be able to live. But also, think about a fish tank. It's kind of like trying to recreate an ecosystem. So if these fish were in the wild, they'd live in a river or a lake, and the water would constantly be refreshed. So at this point, all I need to do is kind of clean the glass and put the ornaments back in and refill it, and then these fish are ready they'll be ready to live their lives. All right. So this is the tank before I add water, okay? All the filters unplugged, the heater's off. You can get a good look at Groot right here in the front with some snails here. The fishies are all hanging out in the back. You can see them, they're all hiding because they're a little nervous, but that's okay. All right, here they go. So now you can see the water level is all the way above the black line there. So we're gonna just do a couple more things and then we'll finish up and I'll talk to you then. Hey, so while we were just cleaning up all the towels and stuff off the floor and putting things back, we noticed that a couple of fish in another fish tank were picking on their friend in the tank. So we had to do a little emergency move. So I'm going to show you what we ended up having to do. I didn't record that because it was an emergency. So I'll show you what we did. This is another one of my fish tanks. You can see there's a lot of algae. It's not as clean. So this one's going to be getting cleaned tomorrow. But these are what are called angelfish, and they're very big and pretty. And we had 4 of them in here, but this real big guy was picking on one really bad, so we ended up having to move the little guy out so he doesn't get hurt. So here's little Archer. So the fish we moved over is he's right there. You can see him. Some other fish are already kind of swimming with him. Now he's going to be stressed and it's going to take him a few days to adjust. But in this tank, he's not going to get picked on, so he won't have any issues with other fish in here. At least I don't think so. But we'll keep an eye on him just as the days go on, and I'll keep updates. You can see there's our beta fish looking at him, wondering what's going on. But here's the tank. Kind of see all the fish hanging out at the top. It takes them a few hours to kind of calm down and start doing their fishy things again. But that's what it looks like to change a fish tank. It takes a little while, but you know, that's what it costs when you have pets. You want to make sure that they live and have a good life. So, you know, and you can see they're all happy. They're doing well. Okay, that's going to be it for now. I'll post more updates, and I hope you guys all liked it. Thank you very much for watching.